Good morning, children. Welcome back. Nice to meet you all. Let's begin with today's thought. There is no substitute for hard work. This means if we want to achieve something, we need to work hard. Let's begin with our next lesson, that is, lesson number 2, the interrelationship between living things. In this lesson, we are going to study about how needs of all living things are met in the environment and how changes in seasons affect living things. So, let's begin. Children, here you can see some useful plants. Plants in our surrounding are useful to us in different ways. Like Tulsi. Tulsi has many medicinal values. Curry leaf plant. Curry leaves is important ingredient in many food items. It add flavor to the food item. You can also see Vasaka. Vasaka, commonly called as Adulsa, is a remedy for cough. Flame of the forest, that is Paras. Flame of the forest is also known as Pallas. Its leaves are used to make plates. Now, let's move to the next topic. Children, air, water, food, shelter, and clothes are basic needs of all living things. All these needs are met in our surrounding. In fact, food, water, and air are the needs of all living things. They are all fulfilled in the environment, but there are differences in the needs of each kind of living things. For example, the water that a mouse drinks in an entire day would not be enough for an elephant even at one time. Let us see how needs of different living things are different. We have taken two examples here. Butterflies feed on the nectar of flowers. Can a frog do the same? No. A sheep eats the leaves of shrubs. Can a tiger do the same? No. Let's do an activity here. Take two pots and label them as pot 1 and pot 2. Fill them with soil. Now sow some mudki seeds in both the pots. Give 2 spoons of water to pot 1 only once a day and give 4 spoons of water to pot 2 4 times a day. Do this for next 5 to 6 days. What will you see? The plants in pot 1 are growing well, but the plants in pot 2 have begun to rot. What does this tell us? This tells us that plants that are not aquatic plants cannot grow in marshy areas. If they get more water than they need, they rot. From this, we can say that any type of living thing will be found only where all its needs are fulfilled. Let's take example of the tiger. A tiger has stripes on its body, so it cannot be seen from the tall grasses. There are animals like the deer, the nilgai, and the bison in the grasslands. When the tiger is hungry, it can feed on them. But tiger also needs a water hole nearby, which never dries up in the summer. There must also be hills or mountains in the area so that it can find caves for shelter. This shows that a tiger inhabits an area where all these things are available. Children, now can you tell from where do we get silk? We get silk from silkworm or caterpillar of a silk moth. Can you tell how a tree is useful for monkey? You all know monkeys live on trees. They also eat fruits of the trees. So it is safe for them to live on trees. How are trees useful for birds? Birds build their nest on the trees. Some birds eat fruits from those trees too. Thus, they easily satisfy their hunger on the trees. In this way, trees are useful for birds. What happens if termites make a tree hollow? When there is an attack of termites on the tree, its growth is stunted. Stunted means stops, and the tree may fall down. So children, we also keep animals in order to satisfy some of our needs. Like we keep dogs to guard our house. We keep cows because cows gives us milk. Bullocks are useful in the farm work. These animals become very dear to us. We look after them well. We feed them on time. We take care of them and take them to a vet if they fall ill. These animals too return our affection. Let's revise what we have studied in this part. Air, water, food, shelter, and clothes are basic needs of all living things. All these needs are fulfilled by the environment. Needs of different living things are different. Any type of living thing will be found only where all its needs are fulfilled. Children, we will continue the remaining part of the lesson in our next video. Till then, happy learning.